Hey guys, welcome back to Tactics Thursday. And as you can see, this is more Hearts of Iron 3. World domination and military organisation. Now, what I'm going to do is slow that mouse doodah down a little bit. Let's see. Controls. Scroll speed. There we go. Okay. That's a bit better. So, fortunately, the eagle-eyed among you noticed that I got me east and west mixed up. Which, to be honest, considering I'm doing a grand strategy for saving the world and the universe and all the rest of it, you'd think I kind of would know east from west, but apparently not. So we'll just call this west for the time being. And then we can rename this one over here. And we can call him... Let's call him East. There we go. So, Commander-in-Chief East. And then we can call him CNC West. Love the Atmos music in the background. Good stuff. So, what I need to do is carry on organising my troops. Now, obviously, what I've got is I've got these guys moving out to the desert. Sorry, guys, but, you know. What I also want to do is get this one, CNC Pacific Fleet, down to Hawaii. So we can go surfing and, you know, scuba diving and all that kind of stuff. So that's the plan there. And then this guy here is on his way. So we're going to unpause that, turn it up a few, and let things take its course. Now, let's have a look. Diplomacy, yes, everything's hunky-dory. Production, put that up to 133, leave that there. Put that at that. Just lock those in position, they're all reasonably alright. So CNC West wants 6 light armour and... So East wants 6 and CNC West wants 8. The thing is, I don't think I want to build it right now. I don't think there's much point in having the armies because I'm not really anywhere near being at war. But what I need to do is, yeah, okay, I'm wasting the IC. There we go. What I need to do is, oh, more research. Excuse me while I clear my throat. Coffee, coffee, coffee. No, there's no coffee here. Okay, so we've got these guys here. Let's see what we've got in the way of theory. So that's all being researched. Aeronautic. Researching new technologies. Okay, increase specific. So if we do aeronautic engine research, that will help. And I think, see, the thing is this kind of thing, I mean, the repair rate of certain things, supply throughput, and transfer supply cost will go down. So that will actually help us. Now, automotive research, militia research, infantry warfare research, we're having some of that. So how many have we got? 27 of 25 possible. So we'll just adjust that, leave it as it stands, we won't be wasting anything. Politics, let's see who's politicking. So, susceptibility to the Axis even. Now this guy here, threat impact, Arthur Vandenberg compared to Cordell Hull. He's a compromiser. The question is, I don't think I want a compromiser at the moment. And looks a bit susceptible to the Axis, so we're going to replace him. Let's see, resources, chemical engineering delay, that's good to have as a, what the hell is he? Resource industrialist. Armaments minister. There we go. So we've got J. Edgar Hoover in there. He's helpful with... what other options have we got? See, to be honest, see, look, they're all pretty much the same there. But let's see who we've got in as head of intelligence. Now, as you can see, you can put him in there. Political, land intel, naval intel. See, what I'm thinking is we might put J. Edgar Hoover in as head of intelligence and then replace this guy here with Frank Murphy. So basically, J. Edgar's there, Frank Murphy's Minister of Security. Let's see what we've got on the School of Defence. Now, Douglas MacArthur, that could be interesting. Combat movement speed, defend reinforce. I won't make any changes there. Now, armical practical delay, that's helpful as a chief of the army. Now, the thing is, he's got mobile practical delay and elastic defense doctrine. This guy, I think we'll keep with Malin Craig for the time being. Chief of the Navy. Now, he's obviously naval base efficiency and base control doctrine. Let's see what they've got. See, now you've got one guy up here, capital ship delay. Decisive naval battle doctrine. Yeah. See, the thing is that I'm not really under any attack, and I'm thinking that I need to control like the bases and build those up. Now, obviously, this guy here, Westover, I can't replace because there's no suitable candidates. So we'll stay with things as they are now. We don't need to do anything here. We probably can't change it anyway. So let's return to the map. Okay, so Arthur Vandenberg, appointed to Foreign Minister. J. Edgar Hoover, Head of Intelligence. Frank Murphy, Minister of Security. Malin Craig, Chief of the Army. So, as you can see, these guys here are slowly moving. Now, the question is... Yeah. So what I need to do now is... get him... to... go to... where is it? Here we go. So he should be going to there on the transport, I think. Let's see. Let's see. Can I do that one? No. Oh, damn. No, I can't do that one. Okay. Oh, okay. Move order. And we want that move order to be here. Time to rebase. Excuse me, sorry about that. Now, hang on, what's going on? Why isn't he in that? Oh, you stupid thing. So we'll attempt to rebase back there. We're just going to waste some fuel and waste resources, see that? So I'm going to have to basically leave them there and let them get resupplied, but I really need this boy to get over there as far as things are concerned. So he's still progressing. He's not going to make it to there for quite some time. So as you can see, moved to Big Piney. So yeah, all quiet there. So, and the thing is, oh, of course, load this onto a transport fleet, and then send the transport fleet over here. See, I'm a bit rusty. Transport, thank you. And the trouble is, I have a horrible feeling now they're going to run out of supplies, see. Consume supplies, fuel, 1 day's of fuel left in San Francisco. So hopefully they will not run out of fuel. Otherwise I'll be pissed. But then, to be honest, taking them out and then bringing them back in again, that was my own fault. Lack of knowledge there. I fail at life. Well, I fail at war, really. So these guys are on their way there. This guy is going to go there. So essentially what we do is we have the movement there, and the new HQ, which is CNC West, moves there. You'll then also have as a Third Army Corps there, and then what we need to do also is remove him and then reattach him to CNC West. There we go. So that basically means the everything there related to supplies is at least shorter than obviously it would be down here. So as you can see, he's on his way to this location here, and then obviously what we'll do is we'll put the Honolulu division underneath the CNC Pacific Fleet. Now, the thing is, what are we doing over here? Because you've got a couple of HQs here, the 8th Army Corps, the 7th Army Corps, 2nd Army under McNair. So these guys have all got commanders, and then we've got CNC East, no leader. Let's just close that. See, now is that Major General... Whoa! Chile have cancelled their trade agreement. Well, screw you, Chile. It's going to remain Chile there, buggers. Let's see. So you've got that there. Major General Marshal. Offensive doctrine. Now the question is, who do I have who is suitable? Richardson? Lejeune? Commando? Oh god, you know what? I think Richardson might be the only option there. So he's an offensive doctrine expert. Doesn't have a lot of skill, but, you know, at the moment we'll just leave things as they are. So, as you can see, we've got... See, the thing is, I don't understand. Why is he reporting to him? Or why is he being supplied from there? Why... Surely he should be being supplied from there, the 8th Army Corps. That would make more sense. So if we delete that, add that into the 8th Army. See, much better. See, look at that. Much better. See, there's another one there. Here's the 7th Army Corps, 8th Army Corps. So you'd expect those two to be underneath the CNC Pacific, CNC East, which is what that is. See, this is the thing is it's like this kind of structure, and I kind of need to work out now. Obviously, it doesn't make for very enthralling videos, but this is kind of a key part of what I need to do in order to make sure things are working. And you know, so it just means that I'm going to be prepared for whatever I gets thrown at me. So you've obviously got, you know, divisions there, 2nd Army Corps there. They are still reporting to Richardson, who's in Washington DC, and let's see, that's still reporting there. And obviously you've got supply lines out to these guys, and the supplies are a little low. Now the thing is, rather than have that connection there, why don't we have it there? See, I don't understand why that guy, the Army Corps, is there. Shouldn't he be part of the 5th Army Corps? Yeah, let's take him out and put him into the 5th Army Corps. Where are you, 5th? There we go. See, it shows you the closest one, so that makes more sense. Same with this one. He's in the 5th, he's in the 5th. So there we go. That makes a lot more sense. Now this guy here, I'm just wondering, Douglas MacArthur. Now I'm just thinking that maybe we should make that one and that one part of the 1st Army Corps, which I think we shall. So let's put them in the 1st Army. Get rid of that. There we go. So what we're getting is a more kind of proper structure to our command here. So as you can see, he doesn't have anybody there, but in case we can move anyone down there. He's okay there. This guy's alright. Now obviously you've got this guy who's kind of out in the middle. So he's at Van Voorhis in the Denver Hills. Okay. So, well, there we go. As you can see, CNC Pacific has been sent there. So what we do is we go Honolulu Division, remove, back in, CNC Pacific Fleet. There we go. That's now the Honolulu Division attached. And if I remember rightly, there we go. CNC Pacific Fleet. Whoops, where are we? CNC Pacific Fleet is to that guy, CNC West. So that's exactly what we're after, and these guys will return to base. There we go. As you can see, fuel is pretty low. No days of fuel left in San Francisco. So we've got a bit of a fuel supply issue. So the question is, see, look, there's the supply there. See, there's the supply line there, and supply lines are there. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so it's only those guys there. Let's check our IC. A bit more on supplies. Looking okay, so yeah, October the 3rd, you know, the clock's ticking over. Let's up that one more. and things are starting to come through, so we'll get the Enterprise now. What I might do is put the Enterprise and the Yorktown straight into Pearl Harbor, because that obviously will give me what I think is the best possible defense, because I know obviously historically 1941 December the 7th the Japanese will attack this area, and I want to try and make sure that I am properly, I've got a Pacific fleet to die for. But the question is where I take the Pacific fleet to, because it could be that I need to take them, sort of keep them in San Francisco until such times as Pearl Harbor gets attacked, you know, do the old rope-a-dope or something like that, or maybe even put them down here in the Johnston Island. But the trouble is that means I'd have to actually then start developing Johnston Island quite significantly. As you can see, naval base not very good, air base, no air base. So what I'd have to start doing is improving the coastal fort, the land fort, the industrial capacity, or primarily just the infrastructure and the air base and the naval base. So I mean, you know, obviously I want to put anti-aircraft guns in there as well, but it's a pretty small island. I mean, it's not that much bigger, but then, you know, obviously the likes of Midway is going to come under attack, as will good old Wake Island, which so the infrastructure is still pretty good, you know. I mean, and Wake Island's literally right in the centre of the Pacific, leaping off places to places in Guinea and obviously towards Japan. So, you know, it also means that if things go my way, I could sort of make pushes into Japan and possibly into China, just in case that happens, or maybe make a alliance with China as they move towards the Allies. But to be honest, I don't know what's going to happen, so I kind of want to, you know what I might start doing. Oh, you've got this nice little bunch of islands here. Now these guys, what I want to do is get them under the command of CNC Pacific Fleet. So remove, add CNC Pacific Fleet. 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 Remove, add. What the hell? Where the hell's CNC Pacific Fleet? Is he too far away? Oh, don't tell me it's more than 2,000 miles. Oh, that would suck. Oh god, he's gonna have to go to CNC West then. Oh man, that's gonna be a bitch to supply, especially as they're right down by the Central Gilbert approach. This is all English, so it's possible. Let's have a look. Tarawa. Okay, so I mean, obviously it's just off the back of New Zealand and that sort of area, so I mean, you know, Tahiti. Okay. The trouble is if everything is claimed by the Germans, that could possibly turn German, which would cause me a problem, as there's an airbase. So the question is, let's have a look at Honolulu. Now, as you can see, naval base, air base, infrastructure. Now, as you can see, I can't really change anything there, but what I want to do is, right, I'll put a couple of levels and put the infrastructure and the anti-aircraft gun capacity up as well, because I want to be able to fight back with a vengeance against anybody who would attack me. So, as you can see, got nice trade routes there with the Philippines, and oh, still some with Chile, so it's not all bad. Let's have a look. So, prioritize production. We'll leave it like that for the time being. So, click, 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 click. So, we're prioritizing production basically to get those troops out there. Let's get some light armor and some other stuff. Now, obviously, they'll be added right down the bottom of the queue, and we won't get that for a while. So, here we go. The 4th Destroyer Division. Now, you know what? I'm thinking. Here we go. Put the 4th Destroyer Division in at Honolulu. That means they can give some support to these guys here. Now what I want to do also is get the Pacific Fleet. See, there's the battleship fleet, there's a cruiser fleet. Okay, cruiser, oh my goodness. Right, so there's this first Pacific submarine fleet. So let's move those guys over here. Rebase them. And what I also want to do, now see, obviously there's the battleship, Arizona, Nevada, Lexington. I want to get those guys over there as well, because I want to have some defences. I want to basically be screaming out, do not attack me or I will bitch slap you. So that's pretty much the kind of the whole look I'm going to be going for. So the battleship fleet, the cruiser fleet. Let's send Barbie from the cruiser fleet down there as well. And so what we'll have is a combination of a cruiser fleet, a battleship fleet. So there's the battleship fleet, and there's the submarine fleet, and there's the cruiser fleet. So basically it means the submarines will be able to harass and protect this area, take out any ships that are coming close. We can also have the battleships defending, and obviously we'll get a couple of carriers in there as well. So as you can see, we've still got a Nimitz has still got a reasonable amount there, as things are being looked after there. So there you go, the battleship fleet number 2 with the Tennessee, which is the pride of the fleet. And yep, there we go. Okay, so this guy's taking an awful long time to get there, but you know, hey ho, these things happen. Let's see, I'm guessing, oh my goodness, oh god, who'd want to live there? The coast of Attu, my god, that's miles away. Up by Canada and Alaska and places like that. God, that's a really harsh posting. But we've also got some naval bases up in Anchorage and near Alaska. So that's going to be helpful. Now the question is, we've got nothing down in Miami. Obviously Cuba is not really going to be a threat to us for the time being. Oh, pardon me, excuse me. And what's going on? Naval base at Boston. Okay. New York Naval Base, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington DC, Norfolk. Yeah, that's the big one. Norfolk Naval Base, battleship fleet, cruiser fleet, Ranger Task Force. So, as you can see, carriers and a sodding ton load of destroyers in that. Atlantic Submarine Fleet, Transport Fleet. Now, those are the kind of guys that we use to transport my guys across the Atlantic. Wow, Bermuda, out in the middle of nowhere, blimey. Across the Atlantic over to here, over to United Kingdom. Now obviously what might be the best bet is, if for whatever reason they are, I want to try and get them into the likes of here, the North Channel and Glasgow, that sort of area, or you know, maybe up sort of the Moray Firth, or Scapa Flow. Get them sort of Scapa Flow and then move them down through Scotland, or possibly you know, maybe do an amphibious landing down this sort of way as France gets taken, but if we can do anything to prevent that. Okay, so Destroyer Division. Let us put the Destroyer Division, I want more stuff in there. So we're going to put Destroyer Division there, and that one there. There we go. So they'll be deployed there. So as you see, 2nd Destroyer Division, 3rd, 4th, and the rest of it. So, you know, what I might do is... okay, close that. I really need to kind of add more to that division, really, don't I? Let's see if we've got anybody to take it. Nope, nobody to take it at the moment. So, time's ticking onwards. Time is ticking on. Let's just make sure. Yep, we got return to stockpile, we got positive. That's looking okay. Changes. So essentially we're getting positive resources pretty much all the time, and we are getting extra money in. So we're doing pretty good in that respect. I'm quite happy with how things are progressing. As you can see, supplies are coming through, which is good news. Good news indeed. These poor buggers out in the desert, I feel bad for them. What's in there? Okay, so that's the United States Air Force Fighter Wing. Curtiss P-36, not very good. That's definitely something that we need to consider upgrading, because obviously the fighters, as you can see, there's not really a lot we can do at the moment. Obviously the multi-role fighter development would be the likes of, you know, could be the P-47, something along those lines. So it's not until 1939 that we can start increasing up to these levels, so small fuel tanks, smaller engine armaments, or not even going to look at any of that stuff until sort of the 40s. Advanced aircraft design, P-51 Mustang, oh beautiful. So we'll just wait and see what happens with that. I don't think there's anything we can do for the time being except basically just keep an eye on ourselves. Oh, Mexicans, watch out. So not exactly what I call the most riveting battle or riveting strategy you've ever seen in the world, but my overall strategy essentially will be, so see, making sure to try not and contradict himself, what's that, Puerto Rico, is to try and get involved with the British Expeditionary Force and possibly get involved in France, hold the Germans back there as they try and come through Belgium, obviously get some troops in there, try and make sure, I don't think Spain will invade, I don't think they'll be that brave, but basically get into a situation where the Channel Islands, doesn't look right, but anyway, so essentially I can hold them back. Once we've held them back, then obviously what I might need to do is get my troops over here and start attacking into Russia, because I reckon Russia will be the next big danger to me, and there's an awful lot of regions there. So whether or not I come in through India and attack up through Afghanistan, ironic I know, and then hit the soft underbelly of Russia, move up towards you know, the likes of Moscow, and I think Stalingrad's around here somewhere as well, so I can move into there and basically move up and take out that area. So obviously Japan, you know, they're going to attack me. So the question is, what I could do is go for an all-out submarine war on Japan, blockade them completely. I think that's actually what I'm going to look towards doing. So if I get loads of submarine fleets operating out of Pearl Harbor, even after it's been attacked, or maybe even out of Wake Island, or combinations of all of those, then I can basically blockade these guys and starve them into submission. So hopefully that will put any restrictions on their kind of attempts to attack. And now obviously this is going to be a point here where Russia could possibly attack, possibly take Taiwan, areas like that, and then down obviously through Vietnam, and I think that's Vietnam down there, yeah. So no, Vietnam's there, sorry, there's Vietnam, my bad, there's Vietnam down there. So it's just a matter of waiting to see what happens. Time's ticking over, as you can see. This is going to be obviously a very long series, I'm afraid. Sorry, boys and girls. So where is he? Yeah, of course he's assigned to CNC West. So that's that boy there. He's on his way in towards the base. And that's looking okay. As you can see, the Thunderbird. Names can be edited, excellent. So we'll have the Cucumber Wang attack fleet and the Malekith battle fleet. Obviously, that's got to be done. So, you know, the question is what's going on here? Cruiser fleet, Pacific fleet, battleship fleet. So the actually, what we're going to do is Nevada, Lexington, Pennsylvania. No, see, I don't want to make it the Pride, but I can't rename it, can I? Otherwise, I call it like the USS Malekith, and you know, it'll be very quiet, sat in the corner and plotting everybody's death. So there we go. I mean, you know, pretty much all I've got to do is make sure stuff is being produced. As you can see, there's the anti-aircraft guns infrastructure in Honolulu. That's all being produced. Let's just set those sliders up a little bit as to what their requirements are. There we go, that's okay. So we're expecting the USS Enterprise on July 13th. We're currently looking at Feb 36, 1936. There we go, to 27th of Feb. So time is ticking. So as you can see, all this stuff is starting to come in. Obviously the planes are going to be ready for the USS Yorktown and Enterprise beforehand, but we'll get them down to Honolulu. 18th Submarine Division will probably get in there as well. They'll be through in March. And as you can see, there's the light armoured that were requested by the CNC West and East. So good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Making sure it actually says East on it again. Don't want to... Okay, so there we go. And CNC West. So there you have it. Second episode of Tactics Thursday. Had to think about it there for a second. Oh dear me. Never mind. And we'll be bringing you the next episode. Obviously, leave your feedback if you like it, if you want to see more. Obviously, the views of the Evil Genius have been quite popular, and also moved towards 1 hour episodes. If you prefer to see 1 hour episodes of Hearts of Iron 3, then by all means leave it in the comments down the bottom there. If you don't want to see any Hearts of Iron 3s, stick it in the comments as well. All comments are welcome. Constructive criticism, strategy ideas, you name it, everything is welcome. So, you know, I appreciate it, guys, and thanks for viewing.